Hello, and welcome to the weekly vlog. First full vlog in my new house. We just moved over the weekend. I am exhausted. I am surrounded by boxes. That's like only half of the ones that I don't have unpacked yet. I have so many more boxes to unpack. Pretty much all the boxes left to unpack are for my bedroom. The majority of the living room and kitchen and all that stuff is mostly good to go already. We had a very busy weekend. We moved on Friday and then it was just jam-packed unpacking and organizing and running errands for the entire weekend. It was like 4 days of just non-stop chaos. I am in so much pain. I'm exhausted, but I am very happy about it. We're getting things done and it feels good to be doing it so quickly. And my new place is wonderful. It is about the same size as my last place, but it's a 2-bedroom instead of 3-bedroom. Our living room space is much larger than our old one was. It is wonderful. We have so much covered space, which I love. It is a basement, so I don't have a whole lot of sunlight or actually any sunlight at all. I do have some windows, but all of our windows face fences, so I can't actually see the sky until I'm outside, so I don't love that, but it is what it is. It can't be 100% perfect, of course. I was very lucky with my last place having like massive windows, and I lived there for so long that I just got used to, you know, always being able to see like bright sunshine in my house. So I'm definitely going to miss that, but that is okay. Everything else about this place is so much better than our last place. Our landlords are actually seemingly very nice people. They're very responsive. They deal with problems immediately, which is great. Tony seems much happier as well. He's been very active and playful and cuddly as well. He fell asleep on my stomach last night. In the almost 2 years that I've had him, he has never once napped on me. He is not a lap cat. He does not like to be held or to cuddle up with people at all, but he's been so cuddly since moving here, and he's been very curious and like jumping up on everything. He's been very vocal. Clearly. So yeah, he definitely seems to be a lot happier here as well, which is very nice. But yeah, we're all settling in and I'm looking forward to when things can be less chaotic. But anyways, for reading stuff, I have, what, 2 things on the go right now, I'm pretty sure. So I'm actually just about finished with my current audiobook, which is Frendo Lives by Cesare, which is the second book in the Cloud in a Cornfield series. I am 90% of the way through the audiobook, so I'll be finishing that up in the next couple of minutes. And this one is pretty good. The first book was definitely better, but I am still having a good time. It's a very quick read. I started this one yesterday and I blew through, I think, like 60% of it yesterday. It's a very quick read, very easy to follow along with, so I am having a good time with it. It's just not as engaging and interesting as the first book was, and I feel like the twists and turns aren't nearly as twisty and turny as book 1, but still a good time. I think it'll probably get like maybe a 3 or 3.5 star. Yes. What? And then my other current read, I'm doing tandem with the audiobook and the ebook, which is The Hunger of the Gods by Gwynne, book 2 in the Bloodsworn saga series, which I'm reading with Becca and the Books, her book club, catch-up book club, where we read some really big epic fantasy series. This one is a Norse Viking-inspired epic fantasy series, and it is excellent. Oh man, this is such a good book so far. This is a brutal, bloody book. The plot is so interesting. It's unending action after action, but it doesn't feel too bogged down, which I was a little bit worried about when like the action scenes kept coming, but this is somehow managing to still be very action forward without being boring or feeling repetitive. Brilliantly done, and I can't wait to see where this story goes. I am 47% of the way through it right now and having a blast. I have been reading this for like maybe like a week and a half now. It's taking me forever to read this book because I've been so busy and I haven't had the time or the energy to focus on an epic fantasy. But whenever I do have the time to pick it up, I have a great time with it. But yeah, those are my only 2 reads at the moment. I think that's all that I've read. Yeah, just the 2. My next book that I'm going to be having on the go is, where are you? Our Wives Under the Sea by Julia Armfield. I followed an Instagram account. It's the Toronto Lesbian Book Club, and this is the April pick for that book club, so I'm very much looking forward to this one. This book is going to be over ebook. It's been on my TBR since 2022, I'm pretty sure, so it'll be nice to get an older one off of my TBR finally. I'm not sure when I'm starting this one, but probably tomorrow, I want to say, maybe on Thursday. we'll see how it goes. And then also exciting, I had to go to Indigo after work today because my pre-order for The Ending Writes Itself by Evelyn Clark came in today. This is a book that was co-written by V.E. Schwab and Kat Clark. It's not my usual genre. I'm pretty sure it's like a mystery thriller sort of deal, which is really not my thing, but I love V.E. Schwab and I want to collect all their books at some point, and this is their newest one and I'm so excited to get to it. And plus it'll be nice to try out a genre that I don't usually read as well. It's good to shake things up once in a while, so I'm looking forward to this one whenever I get around to it. I also love that the cover is like bleeding. I think that's really fun. It does unfortunately have deckled edges, which I personally really hate, but what can you do about it? Anyways, I think that is all that I have to say for right now. I do have a very busy week ahead of me. Tomorrow my friend is coming over. They're gonna help me unpack for a couple hours and just hang out and chill for a while. Thursday I am getting a haircut and then coming home to do even more unpacking. Friday I think I have some errands to run. Saturday I have no plans, thank God, aside from work obviously. And then Sunday I have the day off, but I'm going to my sister-in-law's baby shower. I'm gonna be an uncle soon. I'm so excited about it. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. However, I am going to be seeing my mother for the first time in like almost 4 years. So I'm definitely nervous about that, and I'm totally not spiraling like at all. No, it'll be fine. We've been no contact for like 3.5 going on 4 years soon, and this will be my very first time seeing her since coming out as transgender, so wish me luck with that. I'm just gonna be a nervous wreck all week, but that's what books are for, is to escape my feelings. And I've got plenty to keep me busy with unpacking and organizing and all that good stuff, so I will be fine. I just gotta get through this week. And it'll also be really nice to see my sister-in-law before she has her baby. I'm so excited to meet them, and I haven't seen her in quite a long time either, so that'll be really, really fun despite the anxiety-inducing nature of the baby shower, but it's fine. Anyways, I'm gonna stop talking. It's like 11 o'clock. I want to try and get at least one box unpacked tonight, but I also want to go to bed, so we'll see what ends up happening. But we will chat later on. Hello, how we doing? It is Friday, I think. I don't know what day it is most of the time these days. I am too tired to figure it out. I've had a lovely week though. I have not been as productive as I should have been. I have barely done any unpacking. I don't think I've done anything unpacking wise in the last like 3 days, I want to say. I needed a break. I've been exhausted. I really needed to have a couple of days where I didn't have to do anything. I do want to try and get a little bit of stuff done tonight, mainly because the boxes in my room are driving me up the wall. I still have a floor to ceiling stack of boxes left that I have to unpack from my bedroom. And then we still have a bunch of boxes for the living room and kitchen. We also don't have Wi-Fi yet either, so that's fun. We should have Wi-Fi tomorrow or Sunday, one of the two. I thought we were gonna have Wi-Fi by like Wednesday or so. So I was waiting to try and edit last week's vlog until we had Wi-Fi, but I found out yesterday that we're not gonna have Wi-Fi until Saturday or Sunday. So I had to import all of my footage from my camera to my phone, edit on my phone, and then upload from there. And for some reason, that made the quality horrible. I don't know what happened when I exported it from the app that I use, but it made it so gross looking and I'm mad about it. But whatever, it is what it is. It's just a weekly vlog, so it's not that big of a deal. But if you did see last week's vlog and you happened to notice that it looked terrible, that's why. I have no idea what happened, but I am upset. But not a big deal. Anyways, I have a couple of reading updates, not as many as I would have liked to have, but again, it's been a busy few days. Well, I guess not busy. It's been a lazy few days. Actually, no, I'm lying. I have done quite a few things. I think I was saying in my last update, but on Tuesday I went to the mall after work to go pick up The Ending Writes Itself by Evelyn Clark. And then on Wednesday my friend came over after work and we made dinner together and watched a movie. We watched Wolf Walkers on Apple TV, which was excellent. It was a beautiful animated movie and I highly recommend it if you have Apple TV. It was gorgeous. That was such a good movie. Definitely one of the best animated movies that I've seen in a very, very long time. And it was hand-drawn as well, which I love. But that was fantastic. And then on Thursday, I went and got a little haircut after work. I've got my fade back again. I'm feeling better. I was getting real scruffy there for a while, so it's nice to be feeling good and fresh again. And now today was my first day where I actually didn't have any plans after work. I just came home, had dinner, watched some TV, and now here we are. It's somehow 10 o'clock. No idea how that happened, but it is what it is. So the reading updates. What have I done? What have I read in the last few days? Not a lot. I started and very quickly DNF'd Our Wives Under the Sea by Julia Armfield. I only read about 10 pages of this and I was not feeling it, unfortunately. I didn't like the writing style. I found it was really dry and so excruciatingly boring. This may have been better over audio, but at least through physically reading it through the ebook, I was not having a good time. I'm sure as it went on, it would have gotten better, but I could not push through it. Not the book for me, unfortunately. With The Hunger of the Gods, I've made a little bit of progress on there. I am currently 60% of the way through and having the best of times. I love this so much. I'm really starting to see how all of the different plot threads are going to be woven together later on in the series, and I can't wait for certain characters to meet and certain plot lines to come through. This has been such a fantastic read, and I can't wait to see where it goes. I want to just sit down and devour the rest of this book, and I'm really mad that I have not had the time to do that. But hopefully this weekend, I'll be able to really focus on that book and maybe even get it done this weekend. That would be really nice. As much as I'm loving it, I'm used to reading books in like 4 days or less. So the fact that I've been reading this book for, oh God, how long? It's been like 2 weeks for sure. I started it on March 26th. It's currently the 10th. Yeah, it's been 2 weeks. So I need to finish this book because I am going to get bored of it if I don't finish it soon. This is already significantly longer than I usually take to read books. So I need to move on to a different story soon. But I do have a new audiobook on the go, and it's one that I am loving. I am so obsessed with it so far. It's The Keeper of Lonely Spirits by E.M. Anderson. It follows an elderly man who is a cemetery groundskeeper, and he's also immortal. He has been around for about 200 years, and he can see ghosts, and he likes to go on ghost hunts to help them move on to the afterlife. He has been wandering around the US kind of helping ghosts to move on for quite a long time. He's from Ireland, but he just hasn't been able to go back there since his husband passed away. And the newest town that he's in, he happens to meet another elderly man whose husband also passed away semi-recently. And the two of them spark a bit of a connection, and he starts to make some friends with other people in the town who are struggling with mental health issues and family struggles and that kind of thing. This has been adorable and so sweet. I have been loving this book. From the first 5 minutes of it, I knew that this was the book for me. I love books that center elderly main characters, especially when you see those characters find love, because you never see older people falling in love. I have so rarely seen that in any book or movie or TV show. It's such a rare occurrence to see it, and it brings me so much joy whenever I find it, and this one has been no exception. I am loving it. It's very sweet and wholesome. It is a bit on the heavier side sometimes because of the content in there. Some characters deal with self-harm and suicidal thoughts and that kind of thing, but it's handled beautifully and with so much care and love. Right now I am 38% of the way through and also can't wait to continue this one. Knowing myself, I am very likely to cry during this book, and I can't wait for that. But yeah, those are the reading updates for right now. I do have my next couple of reads already on my Libby. I'm going to be starting over audio Satisfaction Guaranteed by Corellia Stetz Waters soon, which I'm going to be reading for some content that I have planned. And then I also have Feybound by Sarah El-Arifi. The audiobook for that has just arrived as well, and I'm planning on doing that one as a tandem read with the audiobook and the ebook once I finish The Hunger of the Gods. So that's the plan for probably not the rest of this week, but most likely next week. I don't imagine that I'll finish The Hunger of the Gods before like tomorrow, so most likely Feybound will be next week, but I am looking forward to that one as well. I've heard some pretty mixed things about Feybound. I've heard that the Final Strife series is significantly better, but we shall see. I'll happily form my own opinions on it, and hopefully I end up loving it. I love the final strife so much. I thought it was such a fantastic series, so fingers crossed Feybound is just as good. But I think that's all that I've got to say for the moment, so I will leave that there and we'll catch up at some point, probably on Sunday or Monday. Remember when I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have Wi-Fi on like Saturday or Sunday? That was on April 10th when I said that. It is currently April 22nd and I just got Wi-Fi today. So that's why this weekly vlog is now 2 weeks late, or a week and a half, however late it is, I have no idea. But it's this week's vlog has to go up. The next week's vlog also has to go up, and now we're halfway through the week following. So if you're wondering where the weekly vlogs went, that's why. I have not had Wi-Fi, and I hate iPhones so much. I can't just plug my phone into my computer to transfer my files from my phone to my computer. I have to do so over Wi-Fi through the like link to Windows bullshit, and I could not connect my computer to my phone's hotspot. So now I am very behind in my vlogs here. I have so much content filmed now and none of it is edited. I just have random clips scattered all over the place over multiple SD cards, multiple cameras, my phone. There is footage everywhere and I have no idea how I'm going to organize it. But that is a problem for later me. Anyways, let's just wrap up this week's vlog real quick. So I don't know where I finished things at. I'm just going to include The Keeper of Lonely Spirits and The Hunger of Gods in this vlog. I finished both of those things on the Monday after this vlog was supposed to be finished, but I'm just gonna put them in here because I don't think I talked about them in next week's vlog. So anyways, doesn't matter. The Keeper of Lonely Spirits by E.M. Anderson. I ended up giving it a 4-star. I still loved this book. I thought it was phenomenal, but I did not get nearly as emotional as I thought I was going to get. I shed like a singular tear and that was really all. It was still very sweet and wholesome and wonderful, but I didn't get as emotionally invested as I expected to. But it was still a phenomenal time and I highly recommend picking up this book if you are in the mood for a sweet, wholesome paranormal romance and some lovely found family as well. And then with The Hunger of the Gods, I finally finished that one on April 14th. It took me a solid 3 weeks to read this book, but I gave it a 4.25 stars. I don't normally do the quarter star rating, but I gave the first book in this series a 4.5 star, and I liked book 2 a bit less, but a 4-star felt way too low for this one, so 4.25 works for me. I think my boredom of it though was entirely my fault because it took me so long to read this book. I don't think that was the book's fault, so I tried not to let that affect my rating too much, because even though I was only reading 10 to 30 pages per day, any moment where I was not reading this book, I desperately wanted to be. So that definitely says a lot about my overall intrigue for this book. I was very invested in the story. I loved where the plot went, especially the ending. Oh my god, it went crazy. It was so well done, and I can't wait to see where book 3 takes us. It's the final book in the trilogy, and I bet it's going to be a wild ride as well. But yeah, I think that is pretty much it, I would say, at least for the reading stuff. The baby shower went very well. It was lovely to see my sister-in-law. My brother made an appearance at the end of the shower as well, which was very nice to see him too. Their baby is now due in like 4 weeks, which is crazy to think about. I can't wait to meet the little baby. It's gonna be so wonderful. Things with my mother was very awkward, but that is to be expected. But we got through it. It was fine. It was great to see a whole bunch of my cousins and aunts and uncles and that kind of thing. My grandparents were there, so that was very nice to see the rest of the family. I hadn't seen them in like 3 years either, so I really had to get a car because I can't go and see any of my family because all of them live like hours away from me, and if I had to take the train or the bus, it would take me like 7 hours just to go and visit like one cousin. But as a result, it means that I see my family like once every 3 years. So, but it is what it is. Anyways, I think that is everything that I had to say for this week's vlog. So thank you as always for watching, and also thanks for waiting for it now that it's several weeks late. But yeah, that'll do it here. So thanks for watching. I hope you also had a great week, and I will see you in the next video, which should actually be coming out like tomorrow in your time because I'm putting up this vlog and then what is last week's vlog for me, but next week's vlog for you is going up hopefully tomorrow if I can get it edited today. We'll see how that goes.